Die Originalbesetzung der Moody Blues hat sich wieder zusammengefunden. Wie kam das?
Well, I think you've got to trace the history, I think. I mean, the Moody Blues, we finished a world tour in '74, and at that time we just had 2 albums in the charts and 3 singles, and we just finished a world tour where we played in, I think, 26 countries. And, the pressures from that type of situation are pretty immense, and we could have carried on and pushed our way along, or stop, and we decided to stop and get back together again when we felt, the next wave of music was coming along, the next time we thought it was the right time to do it.
Einmal so direkt gefragt, waren nicht auch finanzielle Interessen ausschlaggebend bei dieser Überlegung, wieder zusammen zu spielen?
Well, what happens, you see, when you begin a career in a group or whatever, you're working like 6 to 7 nights a week, and you're working non-stop. It doesn't matter if you have a bad show every 5 shows, or whatever. But as you get more successful, your albums become more important. The amount of time it takes recording gets longer. The amount of time needed for touring becomes longer, although you don't play so many shows. You play less and less, but the organisation takes longer and longer and longer. And in actual fact, like the world tour took us, I think, 6 months to organise and 9 months to carry out. So it's a year and a half out of your life, And in that time, you see, you're not recording any more songs. So what happens is that you start not forgetting about writing music, but there isn't enough time to record the songs, and develop the songwriting. So we decided to make our own individual albums, which I'd done Blue Jays with Justin, and Natural Avenue of my own. And we all just finished our own solo albums, and now felt like the time, okay, we found our new careers, which is us individually. Now we can get back to the nucleus, which is the Moody Blues, and put that in perspective. So instead of the Moody Blues becoming everything, the Moody Blues is the nucleus, and we work like electrons around it. We can carry on with our solo things, our own writing and everything else.
Wenn du so die letzten 10 Jahre zurückdenkst, warst du dann erfolgreicher als Moody Blue Mitglied oder warst du solo erfolgreicher?
Oh, the Moody Blues. A group isn't 5 individuals or 6 individuals or 3 individuals. A group is people getting together, whatever the group is, and it's the ideas that the group make, which is the success. The group becomes a success, not the amount of people within that group, and that's important. And so as an individual, what you're trying to do, you're just pushing yourself. And so there's no trading of ideas. I mean, this is what the common market's supposed to be,
So very market orientated.
Well, it's supposed to be that way, this is it, you're supposed to get ideas, and if you can get egos out the way, then you can get a free exchange of ideas, and usually come up with the right answer.
Also ich war etwas überrascht, als ich die neueste Platte hörte, denn für mich klang sie im Grunde fast genauso oder sehr ähnlich, zumindest den alten Schallplatten. Wo bleibt denn da eigentlich die Entwicklung?
Well, I don't think you do develop. I think this is it. I think you change. I don't know whether anyone develops, because what you bring out at the initial reason that people like your music is because it's different and it's something new at that time. It's like saying Johann Strauss, he developed. What's he going to develop from a 3/4 to a 4/4 or a 5/4? What you do is you try and become better at what you do, and that surely is what you've got to try and aim.
Konkret, was heißt denn das besser spielen?
It means, I think, better playing, better ways of communicating to an audience, better ways of even being able to communicate doing interviews for radio and television. But that's something slightly different. But I think you have to try and develop your songwriting. That's what changes. You try and a tune is a tune. You can't develop a tune any better than it is. A tune is a tune, and it's either harmonically correct or it isn't. You can write good tunes or bad tunes. 1812 and the Roman Suite, both by Tchaikovsky, and I think the Roman Suite is exactly the same as 1812, except it's not as good, But it didn't develop into something worse or better, You make a hit one or you don't make a hit one.
Kannst du kurz beschreiben, wie das war kurz vor eurer Wiedervereinigung als Gruppe? Wie ist das abgelaufen? Was ist da passiert?
Well, it doesn't come. It's not as black and white as that, you see, because we all live in the same area and we all see each other quite regular anyway. I mean, it wasn't a case of not wanting to see each other at all. And like Justin and myself had finished our joint solo album, whatever, you know, we sort of everyone was discussing what was the next thing, you know, we should do, you know. And it just, well, why don't we just make a record together again, you know? And we're all in the same place at the same time. I mean, that is really it.
Habt ihr nicht auch geprobt, so dass ihr euch getroffen habt irgendwo in einer Garage oder in einem Keller und dann dort gespielt habt erstmal?
No, straight into the studio and clocked in at 10 o'clock in the morning. And exactly, you know, as the way you should record, you know. We just went in and did it, you know, and that was it.
Wie lange habt ihr an eurem neuen Album mit dem Titel Octave gearbeitet?
Well, we recorded it over a long period of time. You know, it wasn't constant in the studio. We was working about 4 days a week, and we worked for about a 4-week period. Then we took 4 weeks off, and we'd done another 4-week period, and then Christmas came. You know, so it was a development over that. You know.
Habt ihr in der Zeit, wo ihr nicht zusammengearbeitet habt, wo ihr solo gearbeitet habt, eure Einstellung zur Arbeit geändert?
Well, what we're trying to do is get uncomplicated. You know, it became more and more and more complicated. And, you know, the pressures became more and more intense. And what we tried to do is get away from all that, you know. And, you know, when you start off as 5 guys in a group, and then you have a road manager and a personal manager, and this grows into lawyers and accountants, etc., etc. And eventually, you know, the entourage can be, you know, 30 or 40 people, all to get that band working, you know. And then you suddenly realise you're responsible for lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people, you know, personally, and not meaning financially. And then you say you should really, you know, stop that. I mean, you're a musician, you know. I mean, yes.
Find back to your roots then.
Well, you try and get back there. I don't know whether you do, but you try to.
Besonders Mädchen lieben die Musik der Moody Blues. Gibt es dafür eine Erklärung?
No. No, I mean, the thing is, our stage shows, I mean, the only image that we've, I think, ever put across is our playing. You know, and we try to make sure the sound on stage is what people want to listen to, you know. I mean, okay, it's never going to be the same as a record, but it should have its own excitement and its own ambience, you know, so that when people are listening to the music, they'll become excited.
So especially the girls will be happy that you are back now.
I hope so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.